It is undoubtedly true that people commit horrific acts of evil in the name of religion. It is also undoubtedly true that people do acts of extraordinary common good inspired by religion.
I'm about as liberal a rabbi as you can be without falling off the edge. The Crusades, Islamic, Jewish and Christian fundamentalism, fascism and communism are all the results of total certainty. For me, the moderates, religious or not, are the ones who need to unite. And those moderates within the religious world have much to give, to teach, and yes, also to learn.
Just because the Bible describes some horrendous incident, it doesn't mean that the Bible approves of it.
I do not deny for a moment that religion can be a force for evil. But I claim that where it is based essentially on a perversion of faith. And I assert that at least religion can also be a force for good. And where it is, that it's true to what I believe is the essence of faith.
In a sense, as Richard's pointed out, of myths and stories, particularly in the Old Testament, what I found fascinating is we found it quite difficult so far to talk about the New Testament, which for Christians is where we get our inspiration and understanding of the nature and life of Jesus.
I think worldviews in general, whether they are religious, irreligious, whatever they are, have the capacity to animate people to the extent that they feel they must go and do things which many of us would regard as morally reprehensible.
I'm going to talk about belief, specifically the problem of religious belief. Another problem with religious moderation is that it's not only intellectually bankrupt, it is theologically bankrupt. Once we dignify the claim that the Bible or the Quran, conspicuously, is a book that is a communication that is fundamentally different from any other book, we are really hostage to their contents.
Say he was killed. This is what followed.
has the basic mechanisms for expressing computations.
And the atoms in your left hand probably came from a different star than your right hand.
It seems to me transparently obvious that the marriage of 21st century technology, it makes it untenable. I mean, we're building a civilization of ignorance.
Because another immoral and sinister thing about religion is that lurking under it at all times, in every one of its versions, is a desire for this life to come to an end.